Hello students, welcome to online computer classes. Today we are going to start a new topic in Python which is dictionary, and we already take a look about tuples list. Now it's the time to look about dictionaries. What are dictionaries? Dictionary we can say we map some key value pairs in dictionaries. We map some values to particular keys, and we look each value in a dictionary by using that key only. So let's start. First of all, how we can define an empty dictionary. Although an empty dictionary doesn't have any special thing to do later on, but we should know how we can define it. We can define the empty dictionary by using these curly braces. We have already used square braces to define list values. We used parentheses to define the tuple values. Now it's for dictionaries, so we use curly braces in dictionaries. That's why it is different from list and tuples. Now, although the empty dictionary doesn't have anything to do with it, but we should know how to define it. Now, this is an example of empty dictionary. Now it's time to look some valuable dictionaries which have some value. This I made some dictionary which is named as EMP, Employee Dictionary. In dictionary, each value on the left hand side of colon is the key, and on the right hand side of colon is the value of that key. That means you separate the key and value pairs in a dictionary using this colon. This is the colon, and you can distinguish or you can divide each key value pair using this colon only. And each value, next pair, we can say key value pair is defined after this comma. So there are 4 values, key value pairs in this dictionary, in EMP dictionary. You can define it very easily. But one thing is important, that all the key value pairs should be defined in the curly braces. Okay, it's very simple. Now one more thing about dictionary is not ordered. We can define any value, key value pair at any order, in any order. There is no specific position for any key or value. So you don't need to sort the dictionary according to the keys values. It's simple to define whatever key you have, you can define it by using this type. So now suppose I have defined this dictionary having 4 key value pairs. Now how can we look at it? Suppose I want to look the value of Kajal, then Kajal is the key. Then how can I access it? It is very simple. I use the dictionary name, which is EMP here, and then use the square brackets and then the key value. As you know, strings can be defined in double inverted or single inverted commas. So there is not a difference whether I define it in single or double inverted commas. Now I have to look the value of EMP Kajal, and it is RAI Rai. This is the value which is correct. So it is very simple to access that value. Now suppose you don't have J key, but if you look into it, the system will give you an error. And what type of error the Python will give you? It will show you that it is key error, because we don't have J as the key value in our dictionary. So this is the error. Now suppose I want to update some key values in a dictionary. Then how can I update it? It is also very simple to update any value. I just use the EMP, then square brackets, then the value of the key which I want to update, then assignment operator, and then the value of that key. First it was RAI Rai, now it is Saraswat. I simply have to update it, and it is very simple. Now if I look into the key value pairs of EMP dictionary, I can look it at very easily. Now it is Kajal Saraswat, not Kajal Rai. Okay, it is very simple. Now the values in the dictionary can be of any type, not it is compulsory that it should be string. It can be string, it can be numbers, it can be boolean, it can be list also, it can be tuples also, it can be in the form of other dictionaries also. It is very common to use a dictionary within a dictionary. So we can use any type of values to make a key value pair in a dictionary. Now I had defined a math scores of different students in a dictionary. I use names as the keys and their scores as the values in the dictionary. It is very simple. There are math scores of some class. Now I have to look what are the keys in my dictionary. Suppose first I have to look what is my dictionary, then I can simply math score it and it will give me the pairs, key value pairs in a dictionary. Now I have to look only the keys, not the values. Then I will use dot keys function. But first using the dictionary name, which is math score, then dot, then keys, and then the parenthesis, because it is a function. Keys is a function, so I will use the parenthesis in it and I can get the dictionary keys. These are my 5 dictionary keys: Ram, Asha, Ajay, Rahul and Payal. These are my 5 keys. Now suppose I don't want to look at the keys, I just want to look at the values. Then I will use the values function with the dictionary name. Now I can easily look at the values in this dictionary. It is very simple. Now suppose I have to look what is the length of the dictionary. To access the length of the dictionary, we always use the len function in our tuples or in our list. Here also we use the lan function, but with that we have to use the key function also, because on the number of keys the length of the dictionary depends. Because some keys maybe don't have any value, we can just leave that also, but we have to use the keys function with the len function to know the value of the length of the dictionary, and it is 5 here. It is very simple. Now this is very simple. We easily define the string type dictionary, and now integer type also. Now come to the list. How can we define the list in a dictionary? We have some values here, string types, names, then colon as usual. Then we use the list here. These are the scores for different subjects of students. Suppose one is math scores, then science scores, then English score. These are the scores of some of the students. Now we can define it in this type also. And now if we have to look at the score of Ram, we can look it by giving the Ram as the key in our square brackets. Now it will give me the list of all these 3 items, all these 3 subjects: English, science and maths. Now I want to update the value of some marks of Ram. Then how can I do that? Suppose I have to update this 44 into some other value. Then how can I do it? I can do it very easily by using the dictionary name, which is all underscore scores here. Then in the square bracket the key, which is Ram. Then we should give the index number, because here the index is 1. Suppose this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. Now I have to update the index 1. Then I do it in the square brackets. I should have give the index number, then assignment operator, then the value which I have to change it. So it is very simple. Now if I want to look at it, the value has changed. Earlier it was 44, now it is 55. It is very simple. I hope you all get it. Now come to the nested dictionaries. What is nested dictionaries? A dictionary within a dictionary. These are the scores, I know. But if I I want to print the scores, then I am not able to understand which subject scores which number. So I define a dictionary within a dictionary. Here all the keys are the same, which we already defined. Then in the value section we give the values in the form of dictionary, another dictionary, which is maths colon 93. That means in the maths Ram scores 93, in science it is 56, in English it is 58. So this type also we can do. We can create nested dictionaries like this. Now suppose I want to print the scores of Ajay, then I have to give the dictionary name, then square brackets, then the key name, which is Ajay over here. So I can get the marks of all the subjects. Now it is easily readable that Ajay scored 87 in maths, 60 in science, and in 45 in English. It's very easily. Now if I want only the math scores, then I will give both keys like this in square brackets. It will behave just like the index value, and I will get the math scores. It is very simple. Okay. Now items is also a function. Here we can get the item values like this. In the items we will get each first value. Math scores we already defined earlier. In the math scores, suppose first I should print, I guess, math score. Maybe you forgot it, so I am printing first the math scores. Just check. I am printing the math scores. This is the math score. Now I will print the math score items. Now it will give me the pair of each items in the tuples. Okay. Now I want only the Ram, then I can also use the get function here. Get function will display the value of Ram. What is the value of Ram? Ram is a key over here. Then I can use the get function also. Or these are all built-in functions. Items, get, these are all built-in functions. We can use it to get any value. We don't have to give the index or something, just have the keys and get function. Now I want to pop some item. I want to remove, we can say remove one item from this dictionary math score. Then I will give math underscore score dot pop and the value of that key. Suppose I want to remove Rahul, then I will give it like it. Now if you see the Rahul has scored 95, that's good. But if you we had used the pop function. Pop is to remove that item from the dictionary. Now if you see the dictionary math underscore score, then there is no item named Rahul. The key value pair of Rahul has been deleted now. Okay. Now suppose you want to delete any random item from this dictionary, then you will use the pop item function. Pop item function is to remove any random item from the dictionary. Okay. If I use this, it has removed, it will show you what the item it will be removing, which is Payal underscore 88. Now if we look the math score, there is no item named Payal. All Rahul we already deleted. Now Payal has also been deleted. Now suppose we have to delete all the key value pairs from the dictionary. Then we will use the clear function. The clear function will delete all the key value pairs from the dictionary. Now if you see the dictionary, there is no value. This is the empty dictionary. So I hope you all understand what is dictionary, what are the various functions we can use in the dictionary, how we can define different types of dictionaries, nested dictionaries and all. I hope you all understand it and you will practice it to know it more better. Thank you very much.